This is part 2 of UPSC EPFO video. So we're gonna begin from where we left, and that is the fourth heading, key statutory powers and legal provisions. To ensure businesses comply with these laws, the 1952 Act gives specific quasi-judicial and regulatory teeth to its officers, especially EOs and APFCs. Section 7A, determination of monies due from employers. This section equips officers with the power of a civil court under Code of Civil Procedure CPC 1908 to conduct formal enquiries. Officers can issue summons, compel the production of commercial balance sheets or muster rolls, and record evidence under oath. They hold the authority to decide if an establishment falls under the scope of the Act and calculate the exact amount of unpaid dues. Section 7B, review of orders, allows an employer or an aggrieved party to seek a formal review of an order passed under Section 7A, provided new evidence emerges or there is an apparent error on the face of the record. Section 7Q, interest on delayed contributions, mandates that an employer must pay simple interest at 12% per annum on any delayed amount from the actual due date to the date of its actual deposit. Section 14B, power to recover damages, where an employer defaults in the timely payment of any contribution to the fund, the EPFO can recover penal damages. These damages are calculated as a percentage of the overdue amount, scaling up based on the total period of delay. Section 406/409 of the IPC and Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita equivalents. If an employer deducts the 12% employee share directly from a worker's wages but fails to deposit it with the EPFO, it is treated as a criminal breach of trust. The EPFO routinely files police complaints against such defaulting companies. Heading 5th, technology, initiatives and digital governance. The EPFO has evolved from a paper-heavy archive into a modern data-driven system through several e-governance updates. Universal Account Number UAN, a unique 12-digit number assigned to every covered worker. It acts as an umbrella identity that links multiple member IDs given by different employers, making EPF accounts entirely portable across jobs. Electronic Challan Cum Return ECR. Employers must upload their monthly returns online through a combined portal. This shift has eliminated manual paperwork and slashed remittance processing times. Aadhaar seeding and digital life certificates Jeevan Praman. Linking accounts with Aadhaar enables automatic identity checks and quicker claim settlements. Retirees can submit their life certificates digitally using biometric or facial recognition technology instead of visiting bank branches in person. Umang app integration gives workers access to self-service features on their mobile phones, allowing them to view passbooks, track claims, and update profiles instantly. Sixth heading is EPFO in the context of the new labor codes. The Parliament has consolidated 29 central labor laws into 4 comprehensive labor codes. Understanding how these codes affect the EPFO is vital for the exam. So we have a table. Features, legacy system, EPF and MP Act 1952, new system, Code on Social Security 2020. Organizational identity, stand-alone statutory entity under its own independent act, re-established as a corporate body within a unified social security code. Coverage scope, limited to organized sector establishments with 20 plus workers. expands protection to gig workers, platform workers, and unorganized sectors. Definition of wages varied across components, leading to litigation over allowances. Standardized definition: allowances cannot exceed 50% of total compensation. Penal framework: stringent fines and direct imprisonment options. Introduces a compounding window for first time for non-willful offences. Strategic outlook and critical operational challenges. High litigation and compliance load, a major challenge in dealing with the volume of legal disputes over coverage applicability and calculation errors under Section 7A. The EPFO faces backlog strains in its appellate tribunals, which delays recovery actions against defaulting companies. Balancing investment risk and returns. Managing massive public retirement assets require a careful investment strategy. To stay ahead of inflation, the EPFO has shifted away from purely conservative government bonds, investing up to 15% of its incremental inflows into equity exchange traded funds (ETFs). However, this introduces market volatility risk to the fund's overall returns. The informal and gig economy challenge. As India's employment market shifts towards contract, gig, and platform workers, millions of informal laborers remain outside traditional employer-employee models. A primary focus for the EPFO moving forward is building flexible, portable pension and insurance structures tailored to this modern workforce. Now the eighth is basically summary matrix for last minute revision. EPFO critical fact sheet. Administrative body under Ministry of Labor and Employment, Government of India. Primary statute is EPF and MP Act of 1952 replacing Ordinance of 1951. Governance structure: tripartite body, that is a Central Board of Trustees (CBT). Core wage threshold: 15,000 rupees per month. Mandatory coverage limit. Establishment floor: 20 or more employees in scheduled industries. Current interest rates is 8.25% subject to annual CBT determination. This is the end of second part and end of the PDF as well.